the 2022 European Championship ice dance outcome. Everyone, I'm really scared. I was honestly prepared to have nepotism baby of the century, Diana Davis, on the podium at this event. I had already prepared my rant. I was going to be all in my feelings. However, the judges here actually scored the skating that was taking place on the ice mostly correct. Was this the result of Oleg Vasiliev telling the world about the fact that Eteri is having secret dinners with the judges? Or did the judges finally realize that the whole world is already aware of the shit they were trying to pull? Whatever the reason, the fact that the judges placed the skaters more or less close to what I guessed actually scared me. Are the judges trying to pull one over on us? Do they want to get us into a false sense of security only to pull the rug out from under us at the Olympics? All in all, I have to say the ice dance event was really interesting. I agree with most of the judges' placement except for two. The judges had Victoria Sinitsina and Nikita Kasalapov, Nikki and Vicky as the winner. However, I do not agree. Their rhythm dance is basic with some awkward, lack of rhythm type of dancing in between, and the free dance is literally a copy and paste of their previous program. I'm glad that Nikita's back is better. However, their lifts look shaky and he looked a little slow. Personally, I had Nikki and Vicky in second place. In second place, according to the judges, were Alexandra Stefanova and Ivan Bukin. But for me, they were first. Alexandra and Ivan were really clean in the rhythm dance, and their reworked free dance is turning out to be one of my favorite programs this season. I really hope they have their best performance in Beijing and really solidify themselves as the number one ice dance team in Russia. Coming in third was Charlene Gannard and Michael Fabry. I'm still not crazy about their rhythm dance. However, for the first time this season, I have to say their free dance moved me. I usually think of Charlene and Marco as very technically proficient skaters. Their twizzles, edge work, speed, side by side skating, all masterful. However, I always thought they lacked feeling in their skating. Yet at European this time, doing their free dance, they went all out. I'm not sure if this is because their coach, Barbara Fusapoli, could not be by their side due to a positive COVID test, but whatever the reason, this was their best performance for me to date. I'm really happy to see their emotional growth to match their technical proficiency. And fourth, my pewter and Olympic team members, Olivia Smart and Adrian Diaz, did it. I'm so happy for this team. Both of the teams from Spain worked really hard this season to represent their country. However, in terms of material, Olivia and Adrian were just simply superior. I simply love the Zorro free dance that Olivia and Adrian do. Both of their program in my mind should be seen on an Olympic team. I'm so glad they had two more clean performances here and they are making their way up the ladder. And they're going to Beijing. Cannot wait to see that program, that Zorro program on Olympic ice. Um, Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson were in fifth place after their free dance. What I have to say about Lila and Lewis is that I feel like the music for their free dance overwhelms them. The program has some really cool elements. However, as a whole, for this team, I feel like it's a miss. I hope they take the time before the Olympic to rework the program and make the flow better. Yet, aside from the program, they also looked a little shaky and the footwork and the element just was a little more difficult for them to pull off. Hopefully, they can work on their nerves and they can pull it all together for the Olympics. Rounding out the top six was Sarah Hurtado and Kirill Kalavin. I'm a huge fan of Sarah. She is absolutely fabulous. I really wish Spain had two ice dance team spots. At the end of the day, their material was the deciding factor. While Sarah could sell sand to someone in the desert, these two programs were just not it. Their rhythm dance was okay, and the free dance was not memorable. Given how Olivia and Adrian had two great programs this season, Sarah and Kirill simply did not have the material to compete against them. I still hope they decide to stay, and I hope Spain gets two dance spot for Worlds moving forward. Now, rounding out the top eight, the judges placed Diana Davis and Gleb Smoking in seventh place ahead of Allison Reed and Celise and Rulivis. And I have to say, I disagree. I understand that Allison and Celise are not going to the Olympic. However, I still do not think they should be sacrificed to the Eteri cause. I think Allison and Celise have better free dance, better skating skill, better flow, and are better skaters than Diana and Gleb. Now, having said all that, I still have to say I was really surprised by the fair and honest judging that happened at Europeans and the ice dance. I think the figure skating world had had enough and are now fighting back. I hope as we near the Olympics, we have more Oleg Valisyevs and more Veronique Veru stepping up. This is the only way that I see the Olympics being even remotely fair. While I disagree with the first and seventh placement in the ice dance, I honestly agreed with most of the other placement the judges made. But how about you? Did you also expect the nepotism babies to go home with a medal? Were you just as surprised as I was? Leave me a comment below.